Bow, bow, we're back, motherfuckers! Again, we're back again. This is Blake Dyer with J-Rob the Law. Say hi, J-Rob the Law.
What's up, what's up?
Yeah, we're back. We're fucking back. We're fucking doing this shit. It's the second fucking episode that we're releasing so far. We did, yeah. We talked about the other episodes earlier. But we're back, motherfucker. We're back again. Again.
Yeah,
what the fuck
chilling.
are we doing today? We're just chilling.
In the garage. In the garage before it gets too cold outside with this TV.
Yeah.
No cameras.
No cameras.
In the future, we're going to have cameras.
In the future.
We tried with the first episode, but it didn't work.
Yeah, they fucked out on us. We might get a fucking, I don't know, cameraman or something. I'm dumb as shit when it comes to camera shit. I can do audio stuff pretty well, but cameras, like, beyond my realm of knowledge. Yeah.
Like cameras, like, I tried to figure out how to make it where it wouldn't shut off, and it actually made it worse. And it shut off, like, way sooner than it should have. Like, it was supposed to stay on for 30 minutes straight, but it just shut off. And I'm like, what the heck?
That's so fucking lame.
I know.
That's so goddamn lame.
For
what
real.
A piece of shit.
Yeah, dude, cameras suck. I want to get an $8,000 camera.
An $8,000 camera.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, we started doing.
Let me know when you get money like that. We'll hang out more often.
Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of time before I can afford an $8,000 camera.
God damn, that's so fucking pricey.
Yeah, I mean, we have 4 cameras, but it's like, what good is $400-$500 cameras or $1,000 cameras? You know,
we should have Joe Rogan donate all of his equipment to us.
For real.
We'll do it better than that fucking bald piece of shit.
Yeah.
Fucking ugly asshole.
Joe Rogan ain't too bad. I think he's.
I'd take his ass in a fist fight. Fuck him. I'll take his ass in a fist fight.
Now I know you're boosted.
I'll fuck his ass up. He won't know what hit him. Give him the. He'll be on his back, out cold.
You know what that reminds me of? Did you hear about the story of the guy Bert and
Bert Chrysler or Bert
Ari, like how the guy like put Molly in his drink or whatever without him knowing?
No.
You didn't hear about that?
No, I don't really like Bert.
Really?
I think he's obnoxious.
I mean, probably.
I love Tom Segura, but
yeah. So like they were just chilling one day doing a podcast and. He's about to go on tour and get on an airplane, and then somebody that guy Ari put Molly in his drink without his knowledge, and then he tripped and thought he was gonna die, and then everybody knows about it now, and everybody hates that guy Ari for it.
Are you talking about Ari Shaffir?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but like, hey, he gave him drugs. Like, he can't be that bad of a guy.
So how do you feel about that? Like, if somebody did that to you, what would you?
I'd want to beat the fuck out of him. If somebody drugged me, like, that's fucked up, dude. But then again, maybe he's exaggerating. Maybe he asked for it. I don't know. He asked for it. He was asking to get mollied, okay?
He was asking for it. Yeah, I mean...
fuck Ari Shaffir. Don't drug somebody. That's fucked up, bro.
Yeah, I heard you saying a bunch of stuff about Kobe and stuff after he died and all this stuff. But whatever, I mean, who cares? He shouldn't have said what he said, but I mean, I just was curious what you thought about what he did, because I thought it was kind of messed up. Like,
I mean, I think I know who Ari Shaffir is, but he sounds...
He's a bald guy.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's a piece of shit. Deep down inside of them.
So, with the issue of privilege, do you think one race is more privileged than the others?
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
Do you think white people have an ultimate privilege that they were born with?
I don't. I mean, you're going to get me canceled. Yeah, I guess. Like, white people have a leg up. I don't think, like, every white person is, like, has it better off than every other race of person.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think that there's certain leg ups that they get that, you know, especially, like, black people don't get so much. And it's like...
In the way that the system is set up, there is some sort of oppression going on. You know, there is some sort of systematic
for sure
thing going on that's like messing with the black community.
But I don't.
Communities.
Where I kind of differ, God damn, you're gonna get me canceled. Anyway, where I differ from that is I don't think that white people consciously do it. I think it's just kind of. I think it's like for so long, white people have had the leg up on everything, especially in America, because it's not like we owned slaves, we ran the country, which is not good. That's not what should happen. But I'm saying when it went into everybody's supposed to have equal rights, they didn't revamp the fucking system. Mm-hmm. They didn't make sure that right after they freed the slaves, it wasn't just chill. Like, it was still rough. It was
still long.
It was a long time before they even got equal rights, and even then, that wasn't that fucking long ago.
Yeah.
It's like the Black Panthers wasn't that fucking long ago. You know what I mean?
It's definitely a long history of that. But it's like what I've noticed is a lot of people correlate slavery with race, and maybe to specifically to the history of our country, maybe, yeah, but it's like for the history of the world, slavery has no race. It's like that goes to every race. But I definitely feel like there is privilege within this country. But what would you think that privilege is more of an American thing than it is necessarily just a race thing? Or just, let's take out the race thing. Do you think there is such thing as just American privilege in general, no matter what color you are?
American privilege? That would imply that when we go over to Europe, we have more rights, which we don't. I'm not saying we have less rights in Europe. It's just, this is like a tricky conversation because you don't want to say the wrong thing and offend people or anything, but I think that the reason that we say privilege in America and we use the race thing, it's just like, yes, in the past, white people had been slaves, but in America, where we're at now, and the system we have that we've been running off of for a while, that wasn't set up with white people still being slaves. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't. There's no living white person that's like, I can trace my heritage back to slavery in fucking Egypt or whatever. There were, I'm sure, Irish slaves 500 years ago, but we haven't seen the repercussions of that system. Yeah. But black people who are being raised in America now do see the repercussions of their ancestors not having rights, and the system. It's just.
And what about
No, go ahead.
What about the crack? How they brought the crack into the inner cities.
Definitely.
And then it's like they give an incentive for people to leave their man. You know what I'm saying, and get child support off of it. And then all the government assistance and stuff. It's like they're trying to destroy the families. And they've done that in a lot of black communities. I mean, they literally did tests on black communities, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, it's ridiculous. And I feel like they should do more to undo what happened. But I don't think that is every white person's fault. I think that it is a part of that system, but now it's being used as a tool of turning people against each other. Instead of looking at the facts and saying, what can we do with it? They're using that as a way to divide people even further and then say that it's our fault or somebody's fault that has nothing to do with it. I think it's the billionaires. Well, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I just wanted to throw that out there.
I also think it's more of an economic issue at this point. Race has to do with it a little bit. Mm-hmm. Fuck. Crazy deja vu. I fucking hate when that happens.
You had deja vu?
Like a motherfucker just now. That's insane. But damn, what was I talking about? I think that it's more right now. Yes, race has. There's a problem with racism and stuff, but I think what racist people kind of justify their racism as is classism, which I don't think they justified. I think it's unknowingly they're well, he's from the hood and he's from a bad neighborhood and he doesn't have a car and he can't get to work, so I'm not going to hire him, and he's got dreadlocks or whatever. Whatever thing that they justify. I think that's all it is that racism, they're trying to justify it through economic
So it's like kind
diversity.
It's kind of classism.
Yeah, I think
so it's almost like they set it up like whoever was like the architect of like how the system is.
I don't even know if it's an architect. I think it's more like just a natural. I mean, white people are doing well and black people are not doing so well. So let's give them rights. Mm-hmm. Okay. So then back then they're like, well, you can vote now, but
it's not enough.
It's also nobody's gonna hire a 40 years ago, 60 years ago, nobody's going to hire a black man. They pay him less than what they pay a white guy that they hire to do the same job. Then they can't get into a nice house, so then they're labeled as being in an economic, so they have to get a job.
They gentrify the communities, and then
then they're pushed out, and then they have to go find a new cheap place to live.
Mm-hmm. They push everybody out into their sections, and it's like segregation in its own self, and then it's like, it almost like, I mean, I think that there was some sort of architect or whatever like that behind all of this to create this divide in between society, because a lot of people really feel strongly that it's about like, color or whatever, and a lot of people, like the way that they set it up, I mean, that's what it's what it looks like. They screwed them over, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like at the end game of all of this, I feel like the only color that's going to matter to all the elitists and all the bankers and stuff, all these people is green. I don't think they care about any one of us more than they care about the other. Like, have you seen Elysium?
No.
It's a pretty shitty movie, but it's like they have like a giant like spaceship, like giant thing around the Earth that where all the elitists live, all the rich people live, and it's the whole world is just a giant third world country, and I feel like that's more of what is the system that is gonna be, like, so whether it's privilege here, privilege there, whatever it is, whichever it could be true or not, I think that there's much more behind it. Oh, we forgot to turn off the heater.
Yeah, so there's probably noise. The noise is gone, you guys, so don't turn it off yet.
But anyways, yeah, we can get off of that topic. It's a little too
serious. I think that whatever, people that are in power just want more power and more money, and they'll fuck over whoever, or they're fine with anyone being in poverty. Mm-hmm. And people in poverty want to segregate themselves so that they feel like they're on top. Because it's like, I'm not rich, you're not rich, and a lot of white people aren't rich, yes. But I think that there's a mindset that goes around with certain white people that are in the middle class or lower middle class where they're like, they don't want to be on the same level as black lower middle class. They want to feel superior to at least them. So I think that's why they kind of perpetuate that.
And there still is that racism.
And I think I think that a lot of that might just be unintentional. Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe, or I do think there's intentional racist people. I just think that more of it is them trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, concrete the idea that they're better than another group.
So
they're not on the lowest.
It's almost ingrained into the society on how people,
sure.
On some people.
I mean, don't you want to feel better than certain people?
I mean, it just depends in what way,
But I think a lot of people don't have any other way. Mm-hmm. Like, we try to be artists in certain ways. So we can feel like we're better than just the average everyday person because, hey, we're artists, we're musicians, we're trying to do something artistic and make our mark in the universe before we fucking die.
Mm-hmm. And so I feel like that's where a lot of people merge together with their ideas.
Yeah.
Whether they're middle class, lower class, or higher class, whatever, they're all kind of we all have something in common, and it's like I think most people in any class, in wherever they live, a lot of people don't really care about race. A lot of people don't look at that. They look at the content of somebody's character.
I think they subconsciously want to look. I think subconsciously they do think about race.
I feel like it's being ingrained into the society, and I
think it's been ingrained. I think people are trying to uningrain it, and pointing it out is making people feel like am I racist? Now I'm going to get mad and say I'm not. Mm-hmm. So then we can't fix the issue.
Yeah, so it's like ignoring the issues.
Yeah, instead of some guy saying, "Yeah, I just want to feel better than at least that guy."
So do you think that white people are inherently racist?
No, I just think that subconsciously white people who don't have any drive to do any better, like, and I don't even know, like, probably somebody's going to think that this is not a good point. I'm sure out there, if you're in the comment section, fucking chill out. I'm just saying that I think subconsciously there are people who are racist for sure, but I think at least a portion of that is just white people being like, I'm not special. I don't have a good job. I don't think there's nothing that sets me apart from the general population, but I still don't want to feel like the lowest of lows. So I'd rather subconsciously think that I'm better than the average black man.
So then that creates like so that's like lower class like southern, you know.
I don't even think southern. I mean, you go to fucking Boston, that's full of fucking racists.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, see, like I'm trying to decipher.
Go to Baltimore, yeah.
I'm trying to decipher like what has been laid out, you know, because it's all really confusing. Because I never was ever like I could see the difference between me and other people, but I never like had an inherent hate for anybody. Like hate is taught, you know, and then it's like also with what you're saying. I mean, I feel like that's part of like maybe making yourself feel better or like a subconscious thing that maybe has been taught. I don't know. I really don't know. But see, it's a really touchy subject because
neither of us are smart enough to really work all this out. But you know, we can give our opinions, and I'm sure somebody thinks that I'm a piece of shit for even saying that. Yeah. But I do think that like somebody without anything going on in their life will try to grasp at anything to feel like they're special, even if it's not them consciously saying, "At least I'm white." They'll do anything they can to solidify the fact that I'm better than the average black man. That's probably what a lot of white people are doing. I don't think I don't think a lot of white people really want to come out and be like, that's what it is. And also white people don't want to come out and say, no, I just don't like them because they're black. But there's definitely people who think like that.
Yeah, it's like, I know that there's people that hate all sorts of people for lots of different reasons, you know, and it's like, I don't think necessarily anybody is inherently racist, you know. I think
they got to get taught that, and you know, upbringing can kind of make that worse.
See, a lot of the rhetoric that's going around out there is that white people are inherently racist, and then that people of any other color cannot be racist at all. And I don't really agree with it. I think that anybody can be racist, you know. But it's like this is such a touchy subject, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but I would say if that is where people are drawing the line in the sand, I'll go ahead and say, yeah, sure, white people are inherently racist. Now, let's fix it. Let's stop talking about the semantics of who the fuck is. Because when you start saying stuff like that, you lose the fucking fight because whoever disagrees with you, they'd rather argue about that than how to fix whatever the fuck issue.
And then it becomes just more about throwing labels on stuff.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, who cares who's racist, like, inherently? If white people are inherently racist, okay, fine. How the fuck do we fix it? Let's fix it. Let's stop arguing about the semantics of the fucking issue.
Where's the solution?
Let's fucking try to fix this shit. Let's get away from this pointing fingers. Let's move past that part.
For real.
I'm fine. I'm racist inherently because I'm white. Sure. Now let's go past that. What do we do now? What the fuck do we do now?
There's never a solution.
They're so worried about, well, let's talk about, again, the semantics of who is and isn't and blah, 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 and what, I'm being downtrodden because of this issue. Okay, you are. Fine. Sure. But I don't want to argue about that point. That's where you draw the other side in, where that's all they want to argue about.
People have told me, it's like when I'm talking to somebody, they're like, don't you white-splain me. And I'm like, what? And I heard somebody say, don't you mansplain me. Stop mansplaining. I'm like, what? Like, what do you, like, what? Like, you're just like, you can't listen to my, like, what I'm saying, and you have to degrade it by throwing something in there that has no, like, I mean, it's like, we can, it's like, I don't even think like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could not just sit there and be like, whatever, and throw some fucking label on that. Like, it's weird. I just don't get it. Like, people out here, not everybody, because most people, they're just living their life. They don't give a damn about all this other stuff. I feel like a lot of this rhetoric is just being passed on for division, and like people like us and people that I know, the people we hang around, like we're all just love, unity, community. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we're not focused on that. But I think it's an interesting topic because it's so prevalent in today's society. You know,
when it comes down to it, I think when it comes down to it, people who are even on the right side are more worried about fucking arguing their point than they are fixing it.
Yeah.
So, if you're out there and you want to fix it, just agree to whatever the fuck whoever said. If somebody wants to argue semantics with you, just agree to everything and then say, okay, how do we fix it then?
That's right.
Let's do it. Fine, I'm racist. Fine, all white people are racist. Fine. But let's fix it then. Let's fix it.
Yeah, for real. It's like because we want harmony. We want
I want all my neighbors to be just as well off as I am.
For real. Like we got that's that winner mentality. We all want to win. We want everybody to win. We don't want to see nobody down.
No, we don't.
But I feel like we spent a long enough time talking about this topic of racism, or classism and stuff. Because but yeah, solution.
Point is, we have to eat the billionaires out there.
Yeah, I think that
we have to eat them. We have to kill them. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Disclosure. This is a comedy podcast, I think. I think it's comedy.
It's satire.
We're satirically saying that we need to eat the rich. Especially the Clintons. Just kidding.
Yeah, just kidding.
Just kidding, Hillary, if you're listening to this with your fucking human suit off.
She's like, that motherfucker Blake.
She's got her lizard tongue out.
She's like, not you again.
Find where he is. Find him.
I can smell him.
Find him.
Her Hillary senses went off. She's like,
Mm-hmm. Bill Clinton's back there like, what'd you say, honey? I'm fucking the secretary.
That's a good impression.
I've talked to shit about the Clintons before. It's not because I'm not liberal. It's because I'm so liberal. I think the Clintons are horrible.
They're not liberal.
They're not liberal. They're fucking...
They're I don't even know what they are. I don't want to say communist, but it's like I don't know what they are.
I mean, they might as well just be royals at this point. Like, what's the fucking difference? They might as well just be a noble family in England. They just
exactly. There's like no different.
Yeah. Their grandchildren's grandchildren will be wealthy until the end of time, or until the poor rise up. And
and they're trying to upload. Well, not them. I don't know if they are.
But I mean, they're just an easy target. I think every rich family's a pile of shit. Like, if none of your family has had like an actual job for a few generations, you should probably get your money taken away from you.
And politicians that. They get rich off of being politicians. Like, that's called corruption. Like, how do you become a career politician? It's like,
Yeah, fuck Donald Trump too. Shitty hair.
I mean, see,
dumbass voice.
He wasn't a career politician, but
no, but he's just a rich guy who wanted to be that. That's what sucks is like politicians. Okay, that's what you wanted to do and you turned corrupt. He was going from being a businessman, a failing businessman probably, to wanting to be a politician. He wanted to be a piece of shit like everybody else. Like he didn't even like goof into wanting to change the world and then ended up being corrupt. He wanted to just be corrupt. He only wanted to join the political party to be more important to people. That's worse than a fucking politician.
Yeah, see, it's like
because I'm sure Bill Clinton started out in fucking Arkansas or Kansas, wherever the fuck he's from. I'm sure he started out wanting to change things and wanting to make a difference, and then he just got corrupt, and that's what happens. But for Donald Trump to have already a thing that he's doing, which is just being a rich guy and having a TV show and being on Apprentice and being a piece of shit and having a roast on Comedy Central, he was that guy who said, maybe I want to be like these other fucking pieces of shit who are destroying the country. That is what makes me hate him, is the fact that he purposely went into politics wanting to be as big a piece of shit as any other politic.
I mean, it's hard to know. It's
politician.
See, I bought into a little bit of his shit, and it's like, I don't know if it was correct or not. I can't tell. It's like, all I know is he said one thing about, he's like, he was like, no more New World Order, something like that. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll wait for someone to say some shit like that.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, he's such a politician. He doesn't believe the half the shit he says. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, and see, it's like, I feel like the last real president, the last person that did something that was going against the stuff that they want. We all know what happened to that guy.
JFK.
Yeah. They're like, no more, no.
Fucking shot
you're
his
not
ass
gonna take us out of Vietnam. No, we're staying there. And then Lyndon B. Johnson, he's way worse. He fucked up everything.
Have you, Lyndon B. Johnson? That's
he's the guy.
LBJ, yeah.
He's the guy that took over.
I think, yeah.
After JFK was his vice president, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Have you heard stories about that dude?
Yeah, I know about what he said. Did you hear about what he said?
Like him having a big dick and like talking about it to people all the time?
Yeah,
he would do that. There's even like audio of him. There's audio of Lyndon B. Johnson that was recorded talking to somebody on the phone or something about how he has to get special pants ordered because his dick is too big.
No way.
I swear to God, there's audio. I think it's on like YouTube and shit where he's like, yeah, I have to get a special tailor to get some more room in the groin area because it rides up in between my pecker and my balls. I don't know. Yeah, the dude fucking talked about his penis constantly.
Really?
Fucking constantly.
He said, there was a quote by him, like, that I can't say, but I'm sure you can find it out there somewhere, but he said something really, really bad.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit, dude.
He's like, he said something about voting for the next 200 years, you know, something, you know. You would have, if you're listening at home, you're going to have to maybe go look into what he said. Who knows if that was correct or not. Maybe Snopes fact-checked it or whatever, you know. Who knows? I don't know. But from what I heard, yeah. I mean, man, you know what party started the KKK, right?
The cool party. Just kidding.
No,
Just kidding.
no,
People at home, I'm sorry.
No,
that was a joke.
no.
I had to tell a joke. No, the shitty people started it. Racist, I'm sure.
Democrats.
Yes, but
The Democrats.
also...
Are you going to say party switch? Because that's what everybody tried to tell me. Oh,
well, the only reason I would say party switch is because, to put it in kind of more layman's terms, where people... Yes, but that's the thing, is that they had conservative values, the Democratic Party did. Which I don't vote Democrat because I like the word Democrat. I vote Democrat because I believe in liberal policies and ideas.
And the principles.
But back then, most of the Democratic Party's core beliefs were conservatism.
Yeah.
Where back then I guess GOP is what you call it, but it's like the Republican Party back then believed in more liberal ideas. Whenever the fucking switch happened, I'm sure it was a slow process that
possibly
some fucking Republican back then was like, actually, I don't like people having rights, or I don't like, you know, certain groups of people, or whatever. It just takes one guy changing that party, because parties, I mean, when you say Democrat and Republican, that's just a word that we use to describe whatever political ideas a group has.
Yeah.
But when you say I vote liberal, that means tomorrow or the next election, if there was a guy running under Republican Party that had more liberal ideas than Biden, I'd vote Republican. If he all of a sudden was,
it's about the policy.
It's about the policy. So
yeah, it's not just identifying.
So that's when they say
what color it
that's
is.
when they say party switch.
Yeah, it's not red or blue. You know, it's like it's about what they wanted.
Because they can call themselves the fuck off I suck penis party. I'd still vote for whatever, or the we love Teletubbies party. they can name it that. If they got liberal ideas that I agree with, I'll vote for them.
Yeah, I mean, and see, true classical liberalism is way different than the idea of what a lot of people. I mean, not you. You believe in the. I feel like you believe in the true classical liberal ideas, and those are legit. But it's like, you know, the new wave of whatever they're trying to do with that. They're totally switching up the words. I guess again, maybe if the KKK thing is incorrect, or maybe they switch parties, or however. But see, I think it's interesting though, because I did hear about that from multiple sources. I did look into it, but then I also looked into it more, and then I saw something trying to disprove it and saying, no, that's not true. They did a party switch and all these different things. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a historian.
Yeah, I think people just get caught up on and I mean, both of the parties could change so much in the next 200 years that they'd be unrecognizable by today's standards.
Yeah. So
what are they going to do if whoever's running or whoever's attached to the name Republican Party in 200 years? I mean, what's going to be the argument? Oh, back then they didn't want gay people to have rights, so now I'm not going to vote Republican now. Okay, well, is that what they still believe? No. Well, okay, do they not believe in giving people rights? No, they do. Okay, so you're basing your vote now off of... I mean, that's just a silly argument.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I just thought it was an interesting thing to throw in there. And also, with the NRA, what I've looked into...
What does that stand for?
National Rifle Association.
Oh.
NRA? I don't know. The NRA actually from...
I know what the NRA is.
I figured. So, well, what I've heard from them, which I don't, I'm not saying that I don't know anything about them at all. But what I heard is the way that they started was to be able to give former slaves guns. Was when they were created by, I guess who I don't even know, Republicans or whatever. They started the NRA, whichever party, whoever, whatever. They started the NRA on the pretext of giving rifles and guns to former slaves so they can protect themselves from the KKK. So wherever the party switch happened or whatever, I don't know, because I'm not saying I trust a Republican any more than I trust a Democrat. I don't trust any of them. It's all the same bullshit. It's called the Hegelian dialectic. It's two heads of the same snake. It's all one thing. There should be more than two parties. There should be like at least five.
Well, I mean, I totally agree with that. More parties. Like, there should be 5 legit electoral. I mean, 5 or 6, whatever the fuck. I mean, just this 2 option is such a horseshit fucking idea.
Oh yeah.
But anytime somebody brings that up to you about, well, back in the day, the Republicans gave out free candy to to disabled people. Okay, well, they don't do that now. I mean, back in the day, Amazon paid their workers pretty well. They don't fucking now, so why should I support them?
Well, I'm just saying, I just think it's interesting part of history, because I don't think it doesn't make any difference anymore. Like, it's all the same shit. They're all the same type of people. Yeah.
Everybody's full of shit. Everybody's a dickhead. Everybody's an asshole. I keep saying eat people. Get what you fucking want out of life. And if somebody tries to stop you from doing whatever you're doing with your life, fucking assault them physically. I'm just kidding. Don't assault people.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay, I'm giving bad advice. We're still off the trails, not bad advice hour with Blake. Just fucking do what you want, I guess, people. Unless you're hurting someone.
My stomach was just like, okay, it's time to shit.
Well, do you have to shit?
I mean, I can hold it in, but like I drank a lot of coffee today. Fun fact, I actually still have not had any food, but I've had at least 4 or 5 cups of coffee, which is probably unhealthy. But I've had a half a gallon of water as well. So drink your water. Drink your coffee, but also eat your food. I guess today's a fasting day for me, but I got a lot of shit done. We've got a lot of shit done. We started off on these, and but yeah, we're here again at the 33-minute mark.
Yeah, we're gonna try to put these out on a Friday or Saturday.
Whenever.
Just have a regular schedule where it comes out a new episode comes out every Friday. Unless we run into issues with scheduling or something, or one of us has to leave the country quickly for political reasons. No, but yeah, it's a good episode. We'll wrap this up. You guys definitely come back next week, because we're gonna have some more shit. We might have a guest on.
Yeah, we'll probably.
And we might just have somebody we just call a bitch for an hour. You know, we just call them a dickhead or something, and just sit there and take it because they're a guest on the best podcast in America.
And currently. We might have a guest host every week, and so subscribe to the channel. Check out the other stuff. Check out Malibu Jones' Halloween special. Check out Grandma's House. Check out all the music. We got numbers dropping very soon. Shout out to Blake.
Thank you.
And my name is J. Rob, and we are about to end this right here.
Thank you guys. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.